Real Madrid made the biggest offer in their history, 150 million euros, official and confirmed for Julian Alvarez. Atletico Madrid's response? Rejection. And then one of the most savage, hilarious, brutal official statements you will ever read from a football club. The pop, academy players, a swipe at Barcelona, and 4 lines that tore Real Madrid apart. Welcome back to Madrid Central, your home for everything about Real Madrid. This is the story that has taken over world football today, and it is absolutely extraordinary. So let's get straight into it. So let's start from the beginning, because this was not a rumor, this was not a speculation, this was official. Real Madrid's board of directors met on Tuesday and confirmed through an official club statement that they had made an offer of 150 million euros to Atletico Madrid for the registration rights of Julian Alvarez. In black and white, Real Madrid's crest, official letterhead, 150 million euros. This confirms what Florentino Perez teased during the election campaign, that he would make the biggest offer in Real Madrid's history for a player described as Galactico. The mystery signing that had everyone guessing for days was not Michael Olise after all. It was the Argentinian World Cup winner currently at the other end of Madrid, Julian Alvarez, 25 years old, Argentina captain, one of the best forwards in world football, a player who presses with intensity, scores in the biggest moments, and has the rare combination of intelligence and relentlessness that makes top managers desperate to work with him. Florentino wanted him, and he went and made it official before the World Cup, publicly and boldly. Atletico Madrid's initial response was dignified, controlled, and professional. They released an official statement saying they had studied and evaluated the offer, then rejected it. They pointed Real Madrid directly to the player's release clause, and according to Madrid Extra, Atletico want 500 million euros for Alvarez. 500 million, not 150 million, 500 million euros. That is more than 3 times what Real Madrid offered. Now, release clauses in Spanish football are legally binding. If Real Madrid want Alvarez, they must meet that clause. Atletico are under zero obligation to negotiate below it. But that first statement, relatively tame, polite, even Atletico thanked Real Madrid for the offer, citing the good relationship between both clubs, professional measured, and then Atletico released their second statement, and it was absolutely the moment that everything changed. Brace yourselves, because this statement is one for the ages. I'm going to read it to you in full because it deserves to be heard, every single word. Atletico Madrid's second official statement, 4 numbered points. Point 1. You caught the video of the Pope where he said he was also an Atleti fan. Now remember, Florentino said during his election victory speech that he would give the Pope a Real Madrid shirt with his name and the number 1 on it. Well, Atletico are claiming that the video of the Pope was edited, that in the full version the Pope revealed he is also an Atleti fan, and that Real Madrid cut that part out. Point 2. You must have confused ethics with gratitude, but to leave no doubts, we don't thank you for anything. A direct reversal of their first statement's thank you in 18 hours. The gloves came off entirely. Point 3. We are not studying nor considering any offer for Julian Alvarez. Zero negotiation. Alvarez is not for sale, full stop. And then point 4, the line that broke the internet. How could we not get along when you make us laugh, even more than Barcelona? even more than Barcelona, from a club in the same city to call Real Madrid funnier than their greatest rival, that is not a football insult, that is a cultural assassination. And they weren't done. Atletico released a third statement, this time taking aim at Real Madrid signing players from their academy. Taking advantage of the good relationship with your new president, let's see if you stop stealing players from our academy. Thanks a lot, Real Madrid. 3 statements in one day, each more devastating than the last. Atletico Madrid went from a professional to savage to absolutely ruthless, and the internet went wild. So, where does this leave the transfer? According to COP, Real Madrid are not expected to return with another bid for Julian Alvarez. That is significant. They made their offer, it was rejected. Atletico pointed to a 500 million euros release clause, and Madrid are not going to meet that figure, not for any player, not in any market. So the Alvarez chapter closes, at least for now. Madrid went for it boldly, officially, publicly, and walked into a wall. But let's be clear about what this means more broadly. Real Madrid's summer is not derailed by this. They still have Konate incoming, the Olise pursuit continues despite Bayern's resistance. Guardiola is a target, the midfield needs addressing, Mourinho has his own list. One rejected bid, however spectacular the rejection, does not define this window. Madrid will move on to their next target and they will do it quickly. And here is the honest football question. Even if Atletico had said yes, would Alvarez have actually walked at Real Madrid? It is worth asking, because the analysis is more complicated than just he is a world-class player, sign him. Real Madrid's most pressing needs this summer are in defense and midfield. A new goalkeeper cover if Lunin leaves, center backs, left back, a midfielder who controls games. These are the structural gaps that cost Madrid trophies this season. Adding Alvarez, a forward at 150 million euros, would mean spending their biggest budget on a position where they already have 2 of the best players in the world. There is also a tactical fit question. Alvarez is not a traditional number 9. He thrives when he can drop, deep, press, combine and play off another forward. But Mbappe and Vinicius also demand freedom in similar central and wide areas. 3 forwards who all prefer to float and find a space. It creates more problems than it solves without a very specific tactical. Under Mourinho, who typically plays with 1 striker and wide attackers, Alvarez's profile might actually fit better than you would expect, but at 150 million euros for a 4th optional attack, the logic is questionable. Sometimes the most exciting transfer is not the most sensible one. So Madridistas, what a day it was. Real Madrid offered 150 million euros for Julian Alvarez. Official, historic, confirmed by both clubs. Atletico rejected it, then released a second statement saying Madrid makes them laugh more than Barcelona. Then a third statement about academy players, the Pope, the Atletico fan Pope video, academy theft accusations, and the immortal line, you make us laugh even more than Barcelona. Real Madrid will not return with another bid. The Alvarez story is over for now, but the summer is only just getting started. Mourinho arrives, Pepe joins the staff, Konate incoming, Olise being chased, and midfield targets to pursue. The 16th Champions League to fight for. This club never gives us a quiet moment, and we love it. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because this summer on Madrid Central is going to be wild. Drop your reactions to Atletico's statement in the comments. Be honest. Was it funny? Because I laughed a lot. Thanks for watching, and as always, Hala Madrid!